2 years. It's been 2 years since I've seen one of my best friends in El Paso, Texas. We've played in bands together. Sat endless nights talking about music, watching videos, so much stuff. And tonight I have the great honor of welcoming him back. First time we've seen each other in 2 years. Phil.
That's award-winning actor Phil Grace.
That's right, I forgot.
Acting for Jehovah's Leave No Witnesses.
Hey, anybody else want a beer? Or some Baba Ganoush? I made some earlier.
Phil.
2019.
Oh, it's a reunion.
Yeah, it's so.
That's right. Oh, no, show it off.
Okay. All right. 2019, Jehovah's Leave No Witnesses. Second best of the film. I'm sorry.
It's all right. No, we got robbed.
It should have been number one.
We got robbed. I know we did. Yeah, in 2019, we did a short film. It's a 48-hour film challenge where on Friday night they give you what you're going to do a movie about, and then you have all night Friday and then all day Saturday, and you have to turn in your 5-minute short film on Sunday evening. One best acting.
I was going to reprise my character as Sirloin.
Nobody calls you that, Dilbert.
Yes, they do. Last night I was downtown. This guy came up to me. He said, "Is that sirloin?"
Filbert. But again, you can find that on Subharmonic Cities.
Right there.
Oh, where do I point? Camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2.
You also brought a shitload of beer. Oh my God. I'm afraid of what the hell is going to happen in a little bit, because good Lord, that's going to be a lot of beer.
We got to sip and pace ourselves. But,
so, nice hat.
Okay.
Nice shirt too.
Yes, there is a reason why I am fanboyed out. We've talked about like albums over probably like last couple of months. Even though we haven't seen each other in 2 years, we still, hey, what's up? How you been, bro? What's this? What's going on? I finally settled on a record that means a lot to me, and band just overall is Death by Stereo. Their very first album came out in 1999.
Oh, shit.
This is If Looks Could Kill, I'd Watch You Die. So,
99. Good Lord.
yeah.
Whoa. They've been around 23 years now.
Yeah.
Shit. Not one, Phil, but how many records did you
But I brought two. The reason why I brought two was I had to re-buy the album because Philip is not really good at taking care of things, and especially vinyls and records and moving around. So
Yeah, you've moved. That's a lot of moving around.
Yeah.
Entire household.
So I originally got this record when I went out to California. I think it was for their 20-year anniversary show.
Yeah.
And the singer Ephraim, he owns a skate shop, record shop, but they also have shows there too.
Cool.
So it's
cool. Living the dream.
While I was there, he ended up giving me this album. And now it's more sentimental because of the move. It got warped, and I tried to balance. It doesn't look too bad, but when you put it on the player, it's it has some dips and dives and everything in there. Wow. So now it's
it doesn't look bad at all. That's weird.
More sentimental reasons. I ended up rebuying the album so I could be on this show again, because I fell in love with the concept of just friends hanging out and catching up on records.
It's what we do anyway.
The new one, it actually does play. I did listen to it through thoroughly, and I'm gonna get a lesson in vinyl care after the episode.
Vinyl boot camp, baby.
We're talking about like the lyric sheets that they're not in pretty much records anymore, just because of what
costs. Costs and. A lot of times I've found like when, especially classic albums, they get reprinted, some other label or somebody else license them. They go to the original label like, hey, we want to press that. here's some money, or here, we'll license it, or get a cut of the profit, or whatever. So they take the record, they own it. Well, not own it, but they have the rights to press it and profit off of it. And a lot of times, well, that's where they can cut corners, you know? Just, they're going to cut corners, cut out printing or whatever.
So the first one actually comes with this big lyric sheet and the nice pictures. And this is with the original Death by Stereo lineup with Keith Barney, Jim Miner, and Paul Miner, the both brothers. Jared Alexander and then Ephraim on vocals. That was with the original, and now with the new one that I bought,
that's
still
where they cut the corners.
Yeah, and now it's just all on.
Oh man, yeah, that's way smaller printing and
one
stuff.
sheet, and, you know.
At least you get something.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many presses that I got, they didn't even bother throwing anything in. It's
So,
like, that sucks.
I think I first heard of Death by Stereo in 2000. Maybe 2001. Back in our day, it was you're either a skater or everybody refers to you as skater, freak, punk,
Stoner,
Hesher,
the metal kids.
And then even like that, it was like, oh, you're one of those weird goth kids. It's like,
yeah, I was gonna say the goth kids or the raver kids. Was there a raver scene in your school?
Not in middle school, in high school.
Yeah.
My freshman year, everybody was all into breakdancing. 1 year.
That's cool. This is a beautiful pressing. That's nice, purple marbled.
Before we jump into this, I want to show my appreciation and my distaste for pale ale. And I've held on to this pale ale for probably about 2, maybe 3 years.
Whoa, this means a lot. This is a big moment.
So I brought him Death by Stereo's own hazy pale ale, which is Death for Life by Gunwale.
All right, all right, boys. Here we go. This is gonna be we're gonna be brutal here, and let's see how you impress it. I know you don't like IPAs. That's a damn shame. One time we were at a show, and I had a Happy Camper IPA. I think you know, like and he's like, hey, that looks good, and Phil runs off. I'm like, cool, and we're still like at the show, you know, talking and stuff. And Phil comes up with a Happy Camper. I'm like, Phil, why'd you get that? He's like, because the can looked cool, or I forget what he said.
I was like, oh, the can, you were drinking it.
Yeah, like, dude, that's an IPA. And you didn't, you were just like,
No, I was like, I stood next to you, and you look at me, and you're like, huh? And I was like, oh, yeah. Oh, what the fuck was that? And then, then I was like, here, you take this. Let me go get my peasant Bud Light or something.
Oh, man. Well, this is an honor, Phil. I mean, I know what it's like to, share, like, very important stuff like this. I mean, or take back the can and, like, display it and stuff or something.
I already have one that's on a display.
Right now, well, this is going to go up here because this is all music and shit. Fuck yeah, thanks. We'll crack this open. Death for Life, hazy pale ale. Nice.
Yeah.
All right, shit, let's do it. Yeah,
So,
you ready?
I'm ready.
Oh.
I don't know what. Okay. I was like side A,
side B. All right, first lesson. All right, we'll put it on the spindle, and if it's got dirt and stuff, anytime the needle touches any of the dirt, it's gonna crackle or pop.
Yeah.
So, and just hold it. It'll sweep up all whatever dirt.
I'm getting educated.
Most people don't, and it's fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong.
Playing it on your show, it's like, I don't want to hear no pops, this, that, whatever.
There's a camera lens blower thing, but I use it to blow out the dust. Anyway, here we go, baby.
So, real quick, Death by Stereo on this intro. You'll recognize it from the beginning. Have you even heard?
I haven't heard this. Well, I know I must have. I can picture it. Whoa.
Just open it. Just. Oh!
Oh shit, that's a great, yeah.
I just want to. Oh, it's just such a great, and that's where they got their name from Lost Boys.
It took me a while. I like, oh, Death by Stereo, that's cool, you know? Like, that's cool. Then I rewatched the movie, I'm like, oh, no, shit, that's where I heard it from.
Yeah.
Duh.
Even like another little movie trivia, well, not even trivia, but with Death by Stereo, they were actually going to get into a lawsuit with Tarantino for Death Proof because the skull, they originally had the skull and bolts.
Yeah.
Death by Stereo did before obviously Death Proof came out.
Yeah.
And
What?
yeah, Death by Stereo's legal team reached out and was like, hey, this is our logo, this is this. And then they had Tarantino actually had to tweak it.
I know, shit. He didn't want to just take a few.
I guess not.
Take a couple
like,
grand.
I don't know the full story.
I wouldn't imagine
but-
Death by Stereo being like, hey, we own it, we want like 50% of the movie, you know?
Yeah.
Give us a couple grand or
Yeah,
something, you
it
know?
would be nice. But I don't know. I am. How can I say alcoholic? And I'm feeling parched. Do you have a bottle opener?
Sure.
So this is gonna be my
Oh, fancy. Okay, hold on.
yeah. It's
Let me
not
go
a
get
twist
it.
top.
Why don't I have one in here?
I don't know. So while he's getting a bottle opener, this is just what I brought for a sip group to sip on and drink. It is a Guinness Baltimore Blonde, so it does have some nice flavor. I don't know if you ever had
No.
any of this.
Here's the worst bottle opener on earth. It's an alien head. It looks like a penis, but it kind of works. Good luck. Let's see how long.
Okay.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Okay. All right.
Take your choice of pint glasses there.
Okay. All right.
Oh, what's this song called? Sing Along with the Patriotic Punks?
Such an amazing album.
Oh, I remember No Cuts, No Butts, No Coconuts.
So, I don't know if you want to try a little swig of this before
Oh, so many
you
beers. Here, let me see that.
dive into the...
Oh, you just don't like focusing, do you?
But anyways, Guinness Baltimore Blonde. Like I said, I'm just feeling parched. Like it?
That's really good. Here, you could. Here. Here.
No.
That is great. Wow. Okay.
I don't know. Do you want a pint glass for your pale ale too?
Yeah.
Are you the? Let me look at the color, the aroma, So.
All right. I got Skeletor today.
One thing I'm driving over here. Yes, I was already listening to the album. Anyways,
Of course.
it's still one of my favorite albums, always. The thing I liked about this album was it wasn't that formulated, the punk rock, even if it was, no effects, shit.
It's easily labeled. Like, do you listen to it? That's punk.
Yeah, it's like, and Death by Stereo, they didn't follow the verse, chorus, this, that. It was always like different beats, and that's one thing I loved about Jared's drumming and any drummer that was in Death by Stereo. They always like
Come on, that's
spiced it up. It was just like they made it their own, and just Death by Stereo, their whole sound, it was just like amazing to me. I remember just being on the bus, just going to school and.
Damn, really? What year was it when you got this in '99 when it came out?
No, I actually got this later in.
You were
in 2001.
Shit, you must have been.
I was graduating high school in 2001. Let's not discuss our ages. I mean, I'm pretty sure every guest is going to be all over.
My circle of friends is pretty much within
Yeah, we're all-
10 years at the
yeah.
most of each other.
What year were you in '99? Graduating or?
I was turned 20. I turned 21.
Ah, damn.
Why did it take me so long? Yeah,
Where was I?
I was already buying beer. 99 is when I moved. The year I moved back from Japan. And yeah, I turned 21 in time for the year 2000 New Year's with Soft.
So, I first met Hector back in 2006 when I came back from the Air Force.
Wow.
And then him and I, we just ended up being in different bands with each other. Just kind of like a little back history of how long we've known each other.
Holy shit.
But yeah, did you try it yet? Or waiting for the phone to go down?
No,
or?
I did. They came through. Boys, I fucking like it. That's delicious. Very different beers. You won't like it.
No. I had one. It was a 4-pack, and I was like, oh god, I cannot. I know I gave out the other 2, and then I just held on to that one just because.
This is amazing head.
Yeah.
No, it's delicious. The hazy, unfiltered, hazy pale ale. It's worthy. It's worthy of the Death by Stereo. Wow, shit, this is delicious. Thank you, Phil.
Well,
cheers.
Cheers to Love Hurts.
Cheers to the Death by Stereo. Which one's this? Sow the Seeds, huh?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Again, every song on this album is just, there's something good about every song about it. It's different. It doesn't follow that.
I don't think
punk rock.
I haven't heard this album front to back. No, this is gonna be the first time I've sat and listened to it.
Yeah, to be like, oh shit, what the
And
hell
so
is that?
far,
Again, to me, it's a banger of everything. I mean, it starts fast, this song, and you think it's gonna keep going fast, and then just kind of like, and then
this seems
it just
heavier than all the more recent
Yeah.
stuff. Just more raw.
then-
I like shit.
and then just goes into like little breakdowns, and I was just like, wow, there isn't like they just had their own sound. A lot of people that I would show Death by Stereo to, and they're like, oh, I like it, but I don't like the vocals. To me, this is different. Ephraim has his own voice, his own, and hell of a frontman.
He is. What was that? How many times have I seen it? I think like 3 times. Yeah, 3 times. One of the fun ones, it was at the House of Rock, right? On Bike Count?
Yeah.
That one was fun.
That was
when you got up on stage and started singing.
That was a last minute show because they hit me up.
Oh, you got them that, huh?
Yeah. I forgot.
Oh, we forgot to mention, Phil's here is kind of buddies with them, huh?
Yeah.
You've gotten in a relationship with multiple of them.
There's been a lot of fun times. So I first saw Death by Stereo in 2001.
Sticks and Bones.
Okay.
Oh,
Look at back to it. 2001, Cantina La Tuya. That tour was Good Riddance, Death by Stereo, Kill Your Idols, and I'm trying to think of, I don't know if it was Digger or somebody else on that show, but it was 2001, Cantina La Tuya.
was that the show that was early in the day?
I honestly can't remember. It wasn't real early because I know it was like towards the night when I hung out with everybody.
Okay. It wasn't called the Punk Rock Barbecue?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay, because it was a punk rock barbecue with a bunch of bands like that.
Yeah.
And I show up to Cantina La Tuya, it's regular showtime, like 8 o'clock, fucking dead. I'm like, the fuck? I call my friends, like, yeah, dude, it was like a daytime show. I'm like, motherfucker!
Like, who knows? Yeah.
The one time it's an early show.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So that was the first time I saw Death by Stereo, and that show was just like so memorable for me.
Was that the first time you heard them?
No, that was just the first time seeing them because like I already listened to them like kind of before because of just the two comps.
Yeah.
And a buddy of mine, he was like, "Hey man, they're playing with Good Riddance on this tour."
That's
And-
cool.
And I was like, "Oh shit!" So when they got on stage, they actually,
I had to have been there. I had to have.
and it wasn't this original lineup. The only original members were Jim Miner, Paul Miner, and Ephraim.
Yeah.
By this time, when I saw them, they were already on their maybe third drummer. His name is Todd Henning. And then that's when my buddy Dan Palmer, well, before we were buddies, he was playing guitar, second guitar.
Oh, shit.
So when they played Looking Out for Number One, I was like, oh my God, I know this song. And then, 18, it's like you're up front for every band.
Yeah.
Boom, I'm up there, screaming along, they're looking out for number one, and then Ephraim puts his arm around me, we're both singing. I'm like, oh my God, 18 years old.
When nobody had the fucking
Yeah,
cameras,
and
there's
I
like
was
no record of it.
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh my God, so amazing, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then a couple songs later, then I hear holding $60 on a burning bridge. Oh, I know this song. They're screaming. Same thing. We're both singing along, and I'm just like, just goosebumps still talking about it.
I know. Oh, you did it.
And it was like, at that point, that's when I was like, you know what? I want to be the guy on stage and not the guy in the crowd. Again, I didn't know shit about music, but then I ended up joining the Air Force, and I didn't actually start playing in a band until 2006 when I moved back.
Oh shit! So they changed your life, literally.
Yeah, they did. And when I was in the Air Force, so trying to jam all this into a nutshell, because I know this record's gonna be short.
Oh,
it's punk rock.
We'll listen to the white one after.
It's like, but oh God, and I get ridiculed of the. How could you let this happen? What is wrong with you?
Shit happens.
Or we just put it on repeat. It's like, fuck it, it's so great. We're gonna listen to it twice. Again, this is why I picked this record album, is because this band is so influential to me.
Indecision Records. Who's that?
They're actually, their latest record from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
We're dying just in time. We're all dying just in time.
Yeah.
That one got released on Indecision because they were actually on Epitaph, and then they put out one album on Surgical Strike Records, or Surge from System of a Down.
Yeah.
But
really? Wow.
Yeah. But when I joined the Air Force, I was in a briefing and, still 18, writing names down on a notebook instead of paying attention.
Yeah.
I was writing down band names, and I wrote Death by Stereo, and the guy next to me, he's like, oh, hey, you like Death by Stereo? I was like, yeah, man, I just saw them. I'm like, last year before I joined the Air Force, and he's like, oh, well, I'm friends with the singer, and I was like, and that guy's name is Clinton Pinkston.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, hey, man, I'll go by your dorm room. I'll give you something. I was like, okay, well, kind of awkward of like, hey, I'm going to give you something. All right.
Please do.
Yeah. Do I show up in a robe, or what's going on
Let me
here?
slip into something more comfortable. Your dress blues.
Turns out that he comes by the room. He gave me a CD, and the CD was called Clint.
Yeah.
And it had his picture on the front.
Oh,
and
wow.
that was one of Ephraim's first punk bands that he was in. Clint.
No shit.
And I was just like, holy shit.
That's gold.
So
That's a historical.
So flash forward to, I want to say maybe 2003.
Yeah.
Death by Stereo, they were on tour with Bleeding Through and out in Kansas City. So I went out there and I was like,
To Kansas City?
well, because I was stationed in Missouri.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So it was like an hour,
not bad.
hour and a half, maybe 2 hour drive.
There it goes.
Oh, there it goes. Oh, it's so heady.
It's so heady, dude. What happened?
Is it super cold? Is that ice on top of it?
No. Feel it. It's wacky. Oh, weird.
That is weird. It looks like Jello.
Dude, just by stereo to my beer.
Like, all right. Unless it's because it's been sitting over the fireplace. I don't know. But
Okay, we'll let that.
all right, like all right, this song.
Yeah.
They all sound so fucking different. It's like I'm like just
This is a great debut record.
yeah.
So far, like I said, I know I've heard the songs. I've probably come across them, but I've never been. I don't want to say not a fan because I do like them, but I've never been that kind of fan where
It's
I
like,
followed them.
yeah.
I got their records. By the time I discovered them, well, through you actually. Or no, I had to. No, I've heard them on the comps and
Yeah.
stuff, but they weren't ones that like.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I like that song, but it wasn't like, all right, hey, I'm gonna go out and
Because there's so many. I mean, how many? If you went out and bought every single album on every single comp that you got,
yeah, you're like, oh shit.
when I did start listening to them because of you, I already had streaming and everything, you know, so
Yeah.
I wasn't just streaming. So front to back, again, with streaming, you just don't do that, you know, rarely. And that sucks that this is already side one.
Yeah. Again, I was like, well, it's a punk album.
Could you hand me another pint glass, whichever one?
There we go. All right.
Well, I don't think it's gonna go anywhere, man. Wow.
It's gone bad.
It just because I was like,
It's like, what the fuck? Yeah.
no, talk shit about my pouring. If you see me pouring
Yeah.
shitty on a show about beer, please
Yeah.
tell me something.
Oh.
You choose for me. You choose for me.
Okay,
You talk
alright,
about that
alright,
beer,
alright,
and then
alright.
we'll shoot the shit.
I brought this
You've been on many
Well-
adventures.
many adventures with my job, and I have been to Israel 4 times. And when I go, one time I brought back a 6-pack in my check-in luggage.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, are they gonna take this from me? I don't know
Yeah.
how customs works. I was like, man, this beer's so amazing.
Yeah.
So then I ended up on my last trip, which was in 2019. I got my alcohol shipped back over here. Through,
Allegedly.
yeah, allegedly. All the way from Israel. I brought Hector G. This is a Gold Star slow brew, because they actually have this is a one only Israeli beer. You can't find this anywhere else, but they have Gold Star regular, Gold Star unfiltered, which is delicious.
Yeah.
And then they have Gold Star slow brew.
Holy crap.
And it is a 10% beer.
It says extra strong lager beer.
Yes.
It must have been lagered very long. Lager just means how long it sits there. The length
yeah?
of it's the process.
Again, I'm not a big IPA fan, but whenever I go somewhere, I try to find the beer with the highest alcohol content.
Here you go. You pour it, sir.
Okay. All right.
Look at this weirdness.
Yeah.
What is
I don't know if you could zoom in on that or like.
Look at
Has anybody seen an IPA do that? Is that like the hops and everything that just like separating from it?
This is the wackiest little foamy iceberg.
Like I said, this is gonna be an entertaining show, and now I'm pouring like shit. There you go, sir.
You don't want to take the bigger one?
Nah, that's fine. It's my job to get the host fucked up.
My gosh.
All right,
True.
so 10%.
10%.
And I am going to let you keep this can too.
Oh, dude, this is bready. It smells like a bakery up in here. Whoa. I don't think I've ever, well, of course I haven't had an Israeli beer.
All right, cheers.
Cheers indeed. That is interesting.
Different.
I've never had a beer like this. Wow.
And that one was in the fridge for 2 years. it literally has been sitting in my fridge for 2 years because I wanted.
Ooh.
I wanted to drink it on a special moment, and that moment is right here. 2 years not seeing Hector G and being on this show.
Fucking Death by Stereo, beers, buds,
Yeah.
brews.
I mean, it's everything. I was like, you know what? I just really want to hang out and listen to this album. I ended up going to watch Death by Stereo. I think in 2003 they were playing out in Kansas City.
Cool.
My buddy and I, we went up there way early before the show, and then of course it's like, well, what do we do? Well, shit, there's like a deli convenience store.
Yeah.
And then I took that CD book with me. And it's like, all right, cool. Right, I want to walk in. Shit, Death by Stereo.
Oh, really? They were
They're
just
in there eating sandwiches. Like, oh my god, they're humans. They eat.
eating their punk rock sandwiches, bro. Would they
18
order a pulled punk sandwich?
Yeah.
I just made that up. Actually, it's pulled punk.
Got
Thank you,
jokes.
thank you.
So I go over there. I was like, sorry to interrupt, but hey, can you sign this CD for me? Oh, well, CD book for me. And then Ephraim's like, holy shit, where did you get this? And
That's fucking awesome.
yeah, and I was like, oh, hey, I know Clint. I met him. We're both in the Air Force. Hey, how's he been? What's going on? This, that.
neat.
From then on, I would just go watch it, see Death by Stereo whenever I could.
Yeah.
At that show, that's when I also started jumping up on stage and being that annoying fan. It's like, oh, god damn it, here's Phil. Again, there you go.
Here, Phil, you want to do it? Just do it.
Yeah. Death by Stereo ended up playing again, but in a different city called Lawrence, Kansas.
That's where Get Up Kids is from, I think.
So the show was announced. They were on tour with one of your favorite bands. I don't know if they're still your favorite band. One of your favorite bands, Alkaline Trio.
Oh, cool. Wow, what a weird combination.
So you're gonna hate me for this story, because I didn't stay. My friends and I, we didn't stay and watch Alkaline Trio.
I totally get
I'm
it.
not a Trio fan.
I know. There's been shows like that. Like, you know what? Somebody loves this band. Oh, like a Super Joint Ritual. I went for King Parrot.
Yeah.
Super Joint Ritual with Phil Anselmo and shit.
Yeah.
Like, meh. And then left.
So we drove. We stopped in this other city. I think Independence, Missouri. Stopped at the Ticketmaster there. It's saying it's sold out.
Boo.
Fuck that. We're driving. We're still gonna go to the fucking venue. No. We get to the venue. Big ass line, big sign on the door that says sold out. Fuck that. You gotta tell me to my face I am not watching Death by Stereo today.
Yeah.
You are gonna tell me to my face I am not watching this show. Fuck no. Hey, my buddies and I would stand in line, and then I looked across the street and I was like, oh shit. Ephraim was over there on a phone call. And then I have my Walgreens 1 hour photo pictures from the show the years before.
Yeah.
I'll just show up to the venue like a fanboy with my pictures and go, oh, hey, here you go. So he was sitting there on the phone. I was like, hey, you guys wait here. Right over there. I was like, hey, Ephraim. And it's like, oh, shit. Hey, what's up, Phil? He remembers my name. Oh, my God. Like, oh, my God. In my head, fanboyed out. I'm like, oh, shit. This is like the second time first time I meet the guy was at Lutuya.
Yeah.
And then this is like the third time I meet this guy, and it's like, oh shit. Tell him I'm like, hey man, brought you these pictures. Hey, I wasn't expecting the show to be sold out.
Yeah.
He's like, oh man, you and your friends are stuck outside. Hey, go back in line with your friends. I'll meet up with you. All right.
Fuck
all right.
yeah.
So I'm in line with my two buddies.
Yeah.
Ephraim comes walking down, and he's like, hey, I got Phil Baris +2 for the show when you guys get up there. Hey, I'm going to go get ready for the show. Well, buddies, I will suck your dick. I was like, hey, it's a 3-hour car ride home. Save it for after the show.
Yeah.
We go in there. We watch Death by Stereo. A fucking blast of a show.
That's fucking great.
And then it was like, do you guys want to stay for Alkaline Trio? Fuck, we got to drive 3 hours back. No, not really. All right. Boom. Got in the car and took off.
Wow.
And then from then on, it was just like, we'd email each other, talk, and then
The pictures that you gave him, were they of the whole show? I mean, from the crowd and everything, like, or just
no,
you
it
guys
was just
hanging
me
out
up,
and stuff?
up front.
Oh, okay.
You know, like, oh shit.
How'd they come out? Because you can't tell. I mean,
Like,
fuck it. I hope that one comes out great.
Maybe I should have brought some of them too, been like, oh hey, here's
You can scan them now.
yeah. I can take a picture
Yeah, there
of the
you go.
picture and upload it now. Yeah,
Hey,
but
this is fucking strong. I'm pretty pumped already, Phil. It's 6:48.
45 minutes and I'm already
Woo!
getting. I'm feeling good.
You are?
Yeah. Start side B.
Let's start side B, baby.
Sorry.
Are we ready?
Yeah, looking out for number one. Just that drum intro.
right.
Just like it is so iconic, and it's like
Yeah.
when you hear it, you're gonna be like,
I don't know,
I'm sure
I don't know
you've
the
heard it.
names. I'm sure I'll
you've
hear
heard.
it.
I'm like,
Here we go, baby. Side B. Side B, man.
for the drum intro.
I'm drunk. Shh.
It's like, fuck,
Oh,
like just listening to this, it's like,
No fucking wonder. This is a perfect compilation song.
yeah,
Which song would you like to go on the compilation? This one. Fuck yeah.
yeah.
No wonder they caught your attention.
I mean, fuck, even just thinking it as a musician's point of view.
Yeah.
I mean, this would just be a great fucking opening song to your set. Just like,
Have they ever opened up with it?
No, this is more of a like in the middle,
Really?
like a fan favorite.
Dude,
and-
that'd be a great fucking
but it's
opener.
just like, I mean, it's just like, you just hear that. I'm like, what? Oh my god! And it's just like,
When did, okay, so Dan, when did he join?
I think Dan joined because they started in '99. I think Dan joined maybe in 2001, maybe at the end of 2000. But Dan is damn near.
He's fucking awesome. I didn't
Yeah.
know he was that awesome until that show at the
Uh-huh.
Rock House that we went to. Fucking shredding like a maniac.
Oh well, with Dan, he I'm trying to fucking remember. I don't know. Like I get lost in this song. And I'm just like, because
Hold on.
again, it's not that formulated, and then it's just like,
Oh.
I'm like, oh god, it's so fucking great.
Did you circle pit to this song?
Yeah,
did?
well, back when
In the younger days.
yeah, my knees and back were better. But with Dan, yeah, I think he joined in like late 2000, 2001.
Do you have pictures of mustache competitions with him?
No, you
don't have-
I.
No, we'll put them up right here.
Yeah,
right here.
yeah. I will send you a picture to post
Oh,
up
shit.
like
Hold on.
where we're at.
This is fucking awesome. I don't think I've heard this one.
Again, this album is.
I have a favorite Death by Stereo song now. It's that
Turn
one.
the page. Oh, just
Holy
even the
shit.
closing at this is fucking amazing. Well, like Dan has been in the band, like now, like mainly the original members are Ephraim and Dan.
Uh-huh.
That's where I was trying to go with it. But the current lineup is
Way around with
yeah,
it.
yeah. It's like, oh shit, is Ephraim, Dan, JP,
shit.
Robbo, and Mike. That's been like the current lineup, I think, since 2012. So that is one of the longest Death by Stereo, and I think that is the solidified lineup. I mean, all those guys are fucking amazing musicians. They all have their own bands also
Yeah.
out of Death by Stereo.
Oh, that's right. What bands are those?
Ephraim's in Manic Hispanic and singer of Voodoo Skulls.
Oh yeah, well now.
Dan plays guitar in Zebrahead. Sometimes with Billy Bio.
Biohazard.
Yeah, numerous bands.
Shit, that's cool that their longevity and
and Mike and
substance is enough to allow
Mike
them.
and JP, the other guitar player, and Mike, the drummer, they have a band called Common War, and then
you showed me them.
And then Robbo has Caustic. Just this closer, it's like. It's just like the whole crowd just.
Where's your ink?
Okay, so I don't want to say terrible tattoos. Just I never thought them all the way through. So I reserved my right leg as basically kind of like my party leg. So.
Look at those calves.
So I have like a bunch of show a little leg, a shot of ass.
I'll get some footage afterwards.
Yeah, I do have the Skull and Bolts, Death for Life, Hammer Time, and the Handlebar Mustache.
And a sweet dragon.
Actually, that's
a snake?
A snake's head and crow's or eagle's head. That's actually from the album of Caustic.
Oh, shit.
The sparring logo. Because buddies of Death by Stereo and buddies of mine. And then I got the original Common War.
Wow.
I was like, I don't know, where do I go? Yeah.
I'll get some footage after.
It's like, I'm going to be so drunk after this. But again, it's like, they're all, with the current lineup, I'm friends with all of those guys and can reach out to them, so
that's cool. Shit.
That's another reason why I went with Death by Stereo is even past members I'll keep in contact with, like, hey, what are you up to now? What are you doing here? What is this? What is that? What's going on here?
That's super awesome. I don't know, like, here's a question that might not, I don't know. Does it take it away? No, I can't. No, that's a stupid question because I'd be stoked if I was fucking friends with one of my favorite bands ever. I'm gonna say, is it weird or does it take away from anything?
No.
That curtain or that veil of like, whoa, just leave them your favorite band, you know?
Funny you bring that up because on my last California trip a few years ago, they were actually having band practice because shit, the last time I saw, fuck, now I'm having my Death by Stereo shows mixed up. I don't know if it was the 20th anniversary or when they played with Pennywise at the Palladium.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were having band practice. And my buddy Jay owns a recording studio in the building that they practice in. Jay from the Sparring.
Yeah.
So again, friends of networking. That's why what I always tell people, like, I feel like I've made it in music. Granted, I'm not making money off of music, but friends know. Oh, I love this place. Connected. Sorry, I get lost in
no.
album.
That's what it's all about, baby.
Yeah, like I went over to their practice, and it was just like, hey, don't record that part because we need to learn this and this, and it sounds like.
And you're like,
yeah,
with another camera, like a field
but
recorder.
I did record. I recorded a little bit of the practice, and I'm just like. Yeah, it's like, oh shit. Again, it is thinking of Rocky 4 when he hits the Russian. Please, he is a man. That's all I'm thinking. I'm like, well, I was like, my favorite band, they're practicing. They are human. They are men. Like but again, you don't see that side of things, and you're like, oh
no.
shit.
If I sat in on who was some of my favorite bands? Fishbone. If I sat in on a Fishbone.
Okay, real quick.
Three Philosophers. I have had that one.
You have?
Delicious. Yes.
Okay,
I remember it now.
I was gonna let you have a swig. All right. So, anyways, all right, Fishbone. If you were to,
If I sat in on a Fishbone practice, I'd lose my shit too.
yeah,
yeah, just get up and start moshing
you're
and
like,
skanking
holy
and shit. Or who else? I don't know. Fishbone will forever be one of my like ultimate favorites. Yeah. But yeah, sitting in on the Death by Stereo, sitting in on one of your favorite bands practices is just like fucking A.
well, it was
With their pulled punk sandwiches and the catering.
well, it was in 2019. They were playing up in Phoenix. I was like, well, fuck, Phoenix isn't that far. I'm gonna go watch Death by Stereo. My older brother lives in Phoenix, so I told him, I was like, hey,
that's right.
You've never seen Death by Stereo? I'm gonna take you to the first Death by Stereo show. Of course, drank with the guys before we get out to the. My brother and I, we get out to the show.
Yeah.
And we're hanging out up front, and everybody's shooting shit, and then
Hold on.
it's
I want to listen to that ending again. All right.
which one is this?
Don't believe.
Oh, okay.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't believe everything.
Again, this whole album is like there's something always in every song. I'm like, fuck.
This. Oh. So, Phoenix.
Alright, so my brother and I would get to the show, all the guys are up front, out front, just hanging out, and they're shooting the shit with Roger Merritt from Agnostic Front.
Yeah.
Just hanging out. It's like, oh shit, hey, what's up, guys? Oh, hey, Roger, hey, it's Phil. I'm like, oh shit, it's fucking Roger Merritt. Alright. Hey,
Like,
what's up?
yeah, it's cool, bro.
Yeah.
Who? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And we're all just hanging out, shooting the shit, and friends of mine, and I know Benny's like seen Roger up in Phoenix a few times too, like pictures with him. And it's like, yeah, he just hangs out. I was like, oh shit. So I take my brother to the show, and I tell him, I was like, hey, they're my friends, but when they hit that stage, I'm a fucking fanboy.
I'm losing my shit.
I was like, I'm gonna be up front. I'm gonna be
No
singing
chill.
along, pitting. You're gonna see a different animal. And right now, I'm already buzzing. This is before the show. All right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be hammered right when they hit the stage.
I'm here, bro. Expect me to be.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh shit. So, again, like just where it goes from. Like just the time changes of like I'm like
They got a lot of different parts.
yeah.
I have a whole new appreciation for this album. Their debut. I like it. I
It is
love
so
it.
great. So Death by Stereo, they're fucking tearing it up. Fucking great time. Because also it's like, I took my brother to his first Death by Stereo show.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you are gonna have an appreciation for this moment right now.
Yeah.
So they finish the set, and then of course it's like encore. And I'm drunk as I am drunk as fuck. Philip, where you at? Yeah.
What?
Oh shit! All right, and yeah,
Really?
I think we
haven't
did.
heard this one.
We sang "No Cuts, No Butts, No Coconuts." The
Yeah.
second song.
Do you know all lyrics to everything? Pretty
Not
much?
all of them. There are some that I'm
plenty.
like, but I know enough to get by. Or it's like, okay, I do know this one all the way through. I will fucking yell my ass off on this one, hey. And then, well, back when you were talking about with the House of Rock.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You were up there a lot.
Yeah. Well, that show, they hit me up, and it was actually St. Patrick's Day. They hit me up that night. They're like, "Hey, can you give me a
That's
show?"
right, yeah. Like,
I was like,
good luck, bro.
I was like, when? Tomorrow? I was like, you know, it is St. Patrick's Day right now, and everybody's fucked up.
Yeah.
But I did contact Matt, which is now the Rock House owner.
Yeah.
He was running House of Rock. I had his number. I'm like, hey, bro.
Oh, wow. Cool.
I know it's last minute, but would you be able to help me out with this? Yeah, we'll see what we can do. All right, cool. Boom.
Dude, it was a fantastic show. That was a great turnout.
For a day notice,
Yeah.
I think there was like
Surprise
maybe
show,
yeah,
bitch.
probably about 50 people, because it turned into like 21 and up, and then like maybe an hour before everything was going to go on, it turned into hey, make it 18 and up. I'm
yeah,
like,
just come on in.
Ah,
Fuck yeah.
shit. But
That's great. Shit.
so what at that show, Ephraim told me, he's like, dude, whatever you can sing on or get up there. He said that he was sick, he didn't feel well, and I was like, oh shit,
no.
all right.
He's just hungover
yeah,
and shit.
yeah, well, no, he was actually
was
like,
sick?
yeah.
Oh, man.
And they were on tour with the sparring. They just were coming up from South by Southwest.
Did we watch the sparring that night too?
Yeah. So it was an endless fight, the sparring, and Death by Stereo.
Dude, that was a great venue.
Dude,
That was a fun time
It
venue.
was so fun.
Yeah.
Because we just ended up getting fucking more hammered. We ended up at Taco Cabana, drunk as fuck, with a bunch of friends and all those guys.
Yeah.
And then we ended up getting kicked out of Taco Cabana because Ephraim was drunk, fucking throws a tray.
Oh, no.
They're like, hey, we're calling the cops. Ephraim gets up, runs outside, starts ringing around the van. I chase after him.
Yeah.
And I grab him, and then I pick him up, and then I fall down, bust my elbow.
I remember that.
And then
I wasn't there, but yeah.
And then these guys got him in the van, get him back to the hotel, and then Dan and I were like, fuck it, let's go somewhere else. We could drink somewhere. It's fucking 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, fuck.
What is?
Yeah, everything's fucking closed. And it's like, let's just go back to the hotel room. I think this is the end of it.
Wow, that's it? No.
No.
We'll play side 2 again.
Yeah. But so right when I pull up with Dan, they were staying at the La Quinta.
Oh, right across the street
Yeah,
from
and-
Talking About it. Huh?
And then they have like the balcony that connects the 2 buildings.
Yeah.
Right when we fucking pull up, we just see a fucking naked man running across, and then the rest of the band, fucking Ephraim is naked running across. Dan just goes, I gotta go. Boom, gets out of the car, boom, gone.
I
I'm
guess
telling
that's
you,
it.
yeah, there are just so many of these stories that, again, I could turn this into like
Holy shit.
a fucking day, a Wikipedia, just with the experience and everything. Like,
Reesepedia.
Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces. Say that 3 times fast.
Nope.
That fucking coaster keeps getting over here. It's like,
Oh, dude. Okay. There you go. Okay. Side 2 again. Side 2 again.
but again, it's
There's so
just-
many. Yeah, that's again for one of your favorite bands. I think it's just fucking incredible to.
And I was actually gonna bring their newest record too, but I wasn't sure, or even their 3rd record that I do have.
But
For
this is
guy
a
that-
life-changing one.
Yeah, for a guy that doesn't collect vinyl, I for some reason have a lot more than I probably should ever own or wanted to own.
When it comes to records, I think there's also just a thing about it. It's
Yeah.
you got your CDs or tapes, not
Yeah.
even, or you're streaming, but
Yeah.
look at the size of this shit. This is like just art. Well, here it is for the beer. It's this is
Cheers,
not just a beer.
Just
These are
2
special
years,
fucking
yes.
beers. That's an
And-
Israeli beer and Death by
catching
Cereal.
up, you know, I did bring a lot of beers.
Yeah, man,
I don't
whoa.
know, but for me, 6 beers isn't really a lot.
Oh shit!
Uh,
Here it is.
Which one?
My new favorite one.
All right. Do you want to
Turn the page, baby.
listen to it all the way through?
Oh, trust me, I'm gonna go and
Uh-huh.
favorite this on copious. I don't use Spotify anymore. I use copious because it has like super hi-fi streaming stuff. So yeah, it's all bullshit, but yeah.
It's like just. They actually played this as a closer at
Oh.
I think it was called Psycho California Fest. It was a bunch of different fucking bands.
Yeah.
It was more doom metal.
Oh, I remember now. I Hate God even played it. Okay, I remember. I was like, go check out I Hate God. Go watch I
Yeah.
Hate God. You're like, well,
Yeah, and I was just like,
if it ain't your bag, it ain't your bag. It's all good.
Oh, yeah. It was Buddy Corey. He was the one that was playing drums.
Oh, all right. Who's Buddy Corey? Just a buddy?
His name is Corey. I was like, hey,
Buddy Corey.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like Buddy Rich
yeah,
or
yeah,
Buddy Guy.
Rich, yeah.
Buddy Corey.
Yeah.
Buddy Corey.
Yeah, it was like, oh shit. I was like, believe it or not, or well, I want to say not, but like as soon as you get branded with the skull and bolts, you join a fucking family.
Yeah.
You join a cult. It is just so amazing of like what their music has built. I mean,
Their music videos are fun as shit. I love that one where they were revisiting all the old venues around town and shit. The videos are fun. The live shows are fucking awesome. I just remember Darren just wailing up there.
Yeah.
That's a fucking rock show. They are one of the most fun, energetic live bands I have seen.
and no matter how many people they're playing to, they're here. No matter what, I'm just like, fuck. Again, it's just like, even if you're not motivated, you feel like shit, it's like, well, somebody paid money
Yeah.
to come here
Oh,
to
yeah.
watch me. And
Somebody loves you.
yeah, and that's how I look at like music, is like the way that this one band that I only knew fucking 2 songs with changed my fucking life. It's like
That's big. That's big.
you
That
just to
touched
be,
you.
You know, just
It
to-
is goosebumps worthy.
yeah, you know, just to be a part of that. It's like they
For-
still put out that same energy, and
I
it's
think
like, oh, shit.
for like anybody that might watch this shit or understands that in the second episode or the third episode I talked about like there's fans. It's just like music. They put it on Spotify or whatever. Then there's music fucking lovers that it does give you the goosebumps that where entire memories are built around. Like
Yeah.
they are chapters. Like, oh, when was that? Oh, that was that one year I went to go see this fucking band.
Yeah.
The music lovers that it changes your life.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. Well, what was the one show that you saw that changed your life? That was like, I love music. This is it. This is the band that's done it for me, or just in general.
I think for me it's very weird because I was into a lot of different shit.
Yeah.
So every scene has its own different like ways. I hung out. Well, you know that I hung out with
Yeah.
a lot of different cliques. The Angelburn crews, all the metalheads. The Chaps kids and the Spoilers,
Yeah.
all the punk kids.
Yeah.
The rave scene.
Yeah.
And,
it was just like everything.
yeah. So I loved it all too much. All I knew is I loved music in general. And whatever it fucking took to be a part of that. Different change-up.
Yeah.
Different change-up.
Listening to it, side 2 again. But anyway.
I think maybe the big Melee festival maybe the Big Melee Festival, which was it was a Warped Tour, but I was living in Hawaii at the time, and 5 of the bands went over. It was Stone Temple Pilots opened, I think, then Tool, the Violent Femmes, Fishbone, then Primus. And Fishbone and Primus at the time, I'm like,
Yeah.
so I'm like, this is happening! And I think it was my third concert ever. And I was just like, my first concert, I think, was Bon Jovi. But at that time, I was like, holy shit, this is fucking rock and roll. This is exactly like the music videos I see on MTV. This is amazing, you know? Then Clash of the Titans was Slayer, Anthrax, Megadeth.
Yeah.
But I was little and I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I'm like, oh. And then at 15 years old, I saw the Big Melee, Primus and Fishbone. I'm like, holy shit. That's where music meant so much more. And all I knew, Les Claypool was God at the time. Like, I'm gonna be, I want that.
Do you remember your first concert?
I remember it crystal clear. Yeah, the Bon Jovi and Skid Row opened up.
How old were you?
I was in elementary. My parents took me, like, hey, let's all go to this concert. Because they loved Bon Jovi too.
Yeah.
They loved Bon Jovi. So we went to Las Cruces and saw it.
Oh, shit.
And it was, remember, I don't know if you remember it, Lay Your Hands on Me, New Jersey just came out. And the stage where they had the catwalks where Bon Jovi ran up there and shit. And it was just like in the music video, it was like, oh my God, I'm seeing it right here, right now.
The one show for me was Cantina La Tuya. That was like my turning point.
Yeah, okay, if that was one of your first like punk shows or the scene shows that you felt a part of something. You felt like you were a part of something that meant something big.
Yeah.
You didn't know, you might not have known what it meant at the time or what it was at the time, but you felt this is something.
Yeah. And I was just like, holy shit, it's just fucking amazing. Like, from
Goosebumps.
Yeah. You know, thinking from 2001 all the way up to now.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know. And the one thing I love is that I can hang out and talk shit with these guys, whatever.
Yeah.
Again, like I said, there's so many fucking stories. Because there is one Death by Stereo album that I'm like,
You called them out on it.
Yes.
To put it bluntly.
Yes. When Phil starts drinking, I have no filter.
Unfiltered.
Yeah, I'm unfiltered. Like, Dan's is like, hey, you know what, Phil? Fuck you. What albums do you have?
Touche, my friend.
Yeah. I did make a comment to the band Lit.
Can we forget about the things I said when I was drunk?
While I was drinking their beer, I was like, yeah, I know you guys were big in the 90s. You had this song, that song. Are you guys still relevant?
Didn't mean to call you that.
And everybody just like looked
Was
at
it
me
the
like,
record scratch?
Yeah. And Jay just looks at me like, oh my God. Like, the rest of the band was laughing about it. The guitar player, Jeremy, looks at me and he's just like, you fucking, like, you asshole, fuck. And he says, well, we just got done playing Download Festival to whatever amount of people. Yeah, I'd say we're relevant. Again, it could have been like, what band are you in?
Yeah.
What? An Endless Phil? Like, it could have put me in both place. But it was like, oh shit, every time I go to California, hey, this is the guy that told Jeremy, that asked Jeremy if he was still relevant. Dude. Oh, dude, what was the look on his face? There are people that are like, dude, what was the look on his face? Oh, I would have loved to see that.
Telling off Lit.
Okay.
Farting in someone's car, listening to Death by Stereo.
I was out in California. I forgot what trip it was. Go watch Death by Stereo.
You and Peanut Butter Beers
Yes.
have
Dark beers, stouts. They don't really agree with my stomach too much. I was originally turned on to buy this
Belching Beaver.
Belching Beaver. It's a peanut butter stout. I've had a lot of these. I had one, and I was like, that's fucking delicious. And I drank that the whole night. I'm out bar hopping with Jay and his wife Blake. I just start crushing these things. We run into some of their friends at another bar.
Yeah.
We leave the bar, and it's hey, well, we're gonna get an Uber. They're like, no, you live a block away from us. We can all fit in the car. We all can fit in the car. You know what? I will ride in the trunk of the car. So I get in the trunk of the fucking car. We take off. I'm in the trunk of this car. Everybody gets in the car to go drop off their friends.
Yeah.
It's me in the trunk, and I'm just like, I just feel bloated, like gassy. I was like, well, it's just me in the trunk of the car. I let one go. Oh my god, it was like death. It made me choke. And then all I hear is the car. All the windows go down. Oh my god, what is that? And in the back, in the trunk, my bad! Oh god! I get out of this chick's fucking trunk of her car. Oh, did you burn a hole in something back here? I ran straight to the bathroom. It was like I cleared out a whole fucking car from the trunk of the fucking car. It was so bad it's see-through. Yeah.
Fucking impressive.
So I'm probably the best, maybe worst guest to have on here because
Absolutely.
yeah, because it's like he doesn't take care of his vinyl. Just being friends with these guys, I still get jittery when it's like, oh shit, they like my post.
When the bass player for Godflesh, GC Green, commented on one of my pictures, like, I'm like, oh, Sunday setup, you know, and just I took a picture of my stereo and just me with my feet kicked up.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, that looks like a great setup there. I'm like,
How do I respond to this?
I
told you we were gonna be hanging out for hours and
fuck yeah.
hours. Like I said, you get the skull and bolts tattooed on you of just how many people I have met through this band, through something, through the music.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, you know, and I'm sure they're just like every other band. When they start out, it's like, we don't know where this is gonna go. We don't know what this is gonna be. But these guys are so appreciative of every fan that they have, of anybody that reaches out to them that needs help, whatever. And I'm just like, they're not the Metallicas, they're not the this, they're not this, but they do. They're all for their whole fan base, and I'm like, oh shit. If you want a good album to check out, to get introduced to something that isn't the formulated punk rock sound, that it was all fully original. If looks could kill, I'd watch you die.